EC is holding a press conference in the capital. Let's just cut across to that right now.
Process. Normally, after the announcement, we meet you only at the end or after the end of the process. Now, we have got one more opportunity of meeting you and talking to you thanks to certain circumstances. We have also to convey our gratitude and appreciation for the media all through the period for very constructive cooperation that has been extended to us in election management as well as in voter awareness, promoting voter participation. Every one of your coverage on this aspect has always been a source of encouragement, not only for the Commission, for the entire election machinery in the country. We would even go to the extent of saying, for a change, the emphasis in every poll day reporting is as much on voter participation as on other aspects of election management. All of you are really giving a very positive slant to election coverage. Many thanks for that once again. We are in the midst of the most mammoth exercise in the history of mankind. We have tried our best to ensure that all our efforts are focused on managing this event, and generally we have not been responding to any individual attacks during this period. Still, having taken note of certain developments in the recent past, we thought we will talk to you more to reassure the nation through you that election management is on track. There is nothing to worry. Whatever is mandated for the Election Commission is duly getting discharged. We have come across certain statements and communications issued by leaders and spokespersons of certain parties in the recent past, which unfortunately directly or indirectly question the Commission's jurisdiction, sincerity, impartiality, neutrality, etc. Also, Commission has noticed that these events are a little on the increase in the recent days as poll is drawing to a close. We have also taken note of certain rather harsh and sweeping allegations made against the Election Commission of India by certain parties. Sometimes these had happened after some harsh measures were taken by the Commission. It needs to be underlined and understood that in the prevailing scenario of electoral contest, one of the keenest contests ever is being witnessed. The Election Commission has a challenging job in hand in enforcing election laws, the instructions and model code of conduct. This is to reassure that all this is being done uniformly, rigorously, and in a strict, non-partisan manner to ensure free, fair, and peaceful elections. The Commission has the satisfaction that by and large its engagement with all political parties during all times, and particularly during the election process, including the current election process, has generally been cordial and constructive. Grievances from political parties emanating from the field or generated from their central formations have always been given due regard. It is therefore very recently, when we had certain statements, utterances by senior leaders, we had to take special note of such. One such was by way of reply we gave last night, almost early today morning, to one of the national parties, in which we had also expressed our disappointment that a national party should embark on a protest against the Election Commission and its machinery. So in fact, a delegation of the party had come and met us today morning, and we are happy to share with you that delegation also. The meeting with the delegation was conducted in a very cordial manner, though they had some grievances relating to returning officer and some actions taken in one of the constituencies, Varanasi. A rather strange reference at times is made relating to the boldness with which Commission is handling situations. Boldness, a very specific reference was made by one of the senior leaders. We don't believe in naming anyone in Commission's press conferences. At the same time, we would also like to refer to such averments relating to the Commission and wish to point out that Commission is a body created under the Constitution of India, one of the pillars of democracy created under the Constitution, and the Constitution has given us enough authority and power to perform our duties boldly, fairly, and squarely. The Commission never flinched in performing its duties with boldness and forthrightness. You might have noticed that during this spell of election, Commission has also banned even star campaigners and candidates who were accused of making hate speeches from participating in public speaking. We, therefore, any reference to boldness, etc., on the part of the Commission would like to point out, Commission is not afraid of anyone, any political party or any entity in discharging its duties. It has always been discharging in a very forthright manner. We would only appeal to the senior leaders in different political parties to show greater maturity in discourse while referring to constitutional body like Election Commission. You would have also seen recently about a rather unseemly controversy about granting of permissions for various programs, events in Varanasi relating to national political party, which is covered in our letter which we had sent yesterday. You might see therefrom, out of the three things which were covered or at issue, two were relatively simple, like for Ganga Pujan and a meeting in a hotel. They were actually, the permissions were accorded within hours of submission of the application for permission. Of course, it's quite another thing that the party did not avail of all these things. Other one relating to the meeting, the public meeting at holding a rally in Benia Bagh. That was the bone of contention. The competent local authorities, the district magistrate and his team, taking relevant professional advice on security grounds, security reasons, were unable to give permission for that meeting which was to be held in the night. This has unfortunately become a bone of contention, where security and suitability issues are involved. Commission would naturally go by the professional advice and expertise available at district level, local administration. They cannot be ignored. However, in this case, yesterday, was day of poll in 64 parliamentary constituencies. Even in the midst of preoccupation of the Commission in monitoring poll day events, these constituencies are very sensitive constituencies. Constituencies in the last two phases are particularly sensitive. Despite our preoccupation, still Commission could examine the request, which was more in the nature of an appeal over the examination of the issues by district administration. After taking relevant inputs at district level on security aspects and also at state level by discussing with senior most officials at the state level like Chief Secretary and Director General of Police, the Commission felt that they have no reason to deviate from the perception or decision taken at district level. During election period, particularly in sensitive areas, law and order is a very critical issue, and Commission would not like to substitute its judgment to the judgment of local authorities at the field level. There were references about Commission not being bold and taking risk in giving clearance for such meetings where it involves following professional advice in sensitive matters relating to law and order, where lives and security of the people and leaders are involved. Commission would not like to deviate from professional advice or from the feedback from the field. We are happy to inform you, so far during this election period, over 3,000 public meetings have been permitted and conducted all over the country. Commission has set up the practice of giving clearances under single window method. Still, where there are issues like in the instant case, this could not be decided and there had been some kind of a stalemate over that. Generally, Commission would expect political parties to understand that issues relating to permission for campaign facilities like rallies, etc., should be asked for with due notice. While they have given instructions that they should be cleared within a time frame like 24 hours, 48 hours, etc., these are all only in cases where there are no complexities. Where there are complexities, it may not be possible to adhere to this kind of a time limit. Still, as I was already mentioning to you, in spite of our preoccupation with monitoring the conduct of the elections, still Commission could examine the relevant issue and make up its mind. That we could not give a positive decision as expected by the political party in given circumstances. I do not think the Commission can be faulted for that kind of a decision. We have always acted in the interest of upholding the Constitution and will continue to do so. Commission would also like to bring to your notice, though you know already, Commission has always delivered free and fair election each and every time in the last 63 years. The credibility, neutrality and the quality of Indian elections is now a national heritage, a pride for all Indians and a matter of admiration for the whole world. ECI remains zealous, extremely vigilant and concerned about its neutrality in conducting free and fair elections. There shall never be a situation or occasion where Commission will deviate from neutrality, and we dismiss all allegations of sweeping statements about Commission's lack of neutrality. We also deplore any attempt by anyone to cast aspersions on a constitutional institution like ECI at a very sensitive time like the present one that could cause long-term damage to the independence and neutrality of the Commission. We would hope that the political parties, irrespective of the sharpness of their mutual contest, will cooperate with the Commission in delivering a very free, fair election as the Commission has always done.